Hi, this is Amanda. Welcome back to my channel at Gemini Witch 83. Today's reading will be for October 5th, 2017, and we do have a full moon today, and I think the full moon is affecting my hair. It's absolutely crazy. I actually tried to fix it today for this video, and it said no, and that's why I wore this shirt today that said, "Witch, please," because I think that that's just what my hair had to say to me today. Witch, please. Like, try again later. So what I'm going to use today, I'm going to use the well-being cards from Esther and Jerry Hicks again today. And I have a couple of new decks that I want to draw an additional card from. I have a feeling that 3 cards is what we will use today. And 3 cards is typically what I do for myself most often. The number 3 I feel is really important to me. To me, the number 3 symbolizes mind, body, and spirit. And it also symbolizes the karmic cycle, the karmic law. Anything you put out into the universe comes back at you times 3. So that's why I try to be nice as much as I can, so that hopefully that will come back to me someday. And I'm going to draw the first card out of this, and I will read it, and then I'll show you the other decks. I'm sorry, that shook the whole thing. And then I will show you the new decks that I'm going to add, and we'll talk about that as we go along. But the first card that I have drawn today says, "First I seek joy, and all else follows." And I'll read what the back of it says as well. "Since your feeling of joy is your indication of your connection with your source, once you have achieved joy, you have achieved connection with your source. And under these circumstances, all that follows is good." I'm sorry, I messed that last sentence up. But I will turn it around and you can see. I pretty much said what it said, but I just mixed a few words up. But anyway, I think it's important to realize that we have to do things in our life that bring us joy. And I think that that's been an overarching theme in all of the readings I've done this week. A lot of our cards have talked about doing things that bring us joy and letting go of things that don't bring us joy. And what I am going to do next, in addition, and once I get all 3 cards, I'll talk a little bit more, but this card, I'm sorry, I'm going to pull it up on my thing. I apologize. These are by Sonia Choquette, or I think that's how I pronounce her name. I'm not sure how you really pronounce her last name. And I apologize, I had all the images of all the cards so I could get the names right on my phone, and then I couldn't find them. These ones are from the Soul Lessons and Soul Purpose deck. And I think that this will also go in line with especially our joy card, because as that card tells us, whenever we seek something that brings us joy, that brings us closer to our divine source, our divine self, our divine energy. And that's another thing that Soul Lessons and Soul Purposes can help us with. And so I will pick a card out of our Soul Lessons deck, and maybe it will give us some insight into how to bring about that joy in our life. And this is perfect. This card says, "Tune out distractions." And obviously, when we tune out distractions, we can hear a little bit better what the universe wishes for us, or what our God, or what our angels, or what our goddess, or what our spirit guides, or what anyone, whatever we believe in, whatever we listen to. Whenever we tune out distractions, we can hear what they're telling us. And whenever we can hear what they're telling us, we can do what we need to do to find our joy, and in turn be in closer connection with our divine energy, with our God, with our goddess, with our spirit guides, with our angels, or anyone, whatever you feel comfortable with. That's where I'm going with that. And then the next deck is also by Sonia Choquette, or I assume that's how I pronounce it. I don't know how else to pronounce it, but it doesn't sound quite right whenever I say it out loud. But these are Ask Your Guides Oracle cards. And I'll shuffle these up and draw one more card, and I think that it will go right. I'm sorry. My hair just is uncontrollable, and it shocks me sometimes. But anyway, I think this third card will help us a little bit more with finding out how to tune out distractions and seek joy. And this is the Self-Esteem Guardian Angel Michael card. And Michael is one of the archangels, I believe. And Archangel Michael is one that I'm not in any way certified in angelology or anything to do with the angels, but I have listened to a few interviews and a few podcasts, I guess is what they're called, where I've heard people talk about Archangel Michael. And he's the one that kind of protects us. He's the one that whenever we feel unsafe or feel uncomfortable, that I think that he comes in and he can protect us from what it is that's making us not feel as good as we can. And so I think that what this is saying is the cards all together, what I think, and what you think may be completely different from what I think. And that's perfectly fine as well. Whatever your intuition tells you from these cards is more likely what you need to hear than what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying to you may be what you need to hear, but your intuition may give you a little bit more information or may tell you a completely different story. And that's okay. That's what I'm trying to do with these readings, is helping you figure out how to hear your intuition, how to hear your spirit guides, how to hear your angels whenever you see these different messages. Whatever I feel and whatever I hear, that's most likely what's right for me, and what you hear and what you feel is most likely what's right for you. But my interpretation of these cards, and I'll read the one with the long description again as well, is I think that this is just the same theme that I have felt through most of the readings this week. We need to tune out the distractions, ask for protection and guidance, and ask for help from our guardian angel Michael, or the Archangel Michael. We need to go inside ourselves and let go of what it is that's making us feel bad or making us, if we feel like we have a black cloud of negativity around us, we need to go inside and ask the guardian angel Michael how to help us get rid of that negative energy and how to tune out the distractions so that we can seek our joy. And then once we seek our joy, once we tune all of that out, then we should be able to hear what our guides are telling us is going to be better for us. And again, I like to talk about meditation. I think that you can do this as a nightly meditation before you go to bed. Breathe in and breathe out, and just count as you breathe in and breathe out until all of the numbers kind of melt away and your brain is a little bit empty. Then I think is the time to ask your spirit guides or your guardian angel, or ask Archangel Michael to help us tune out those distractions. Ask your spirit guides to help you see what it is that you need to remove, so that you can open yourself up for the positive energy that you need, so that you can move forward and be your truest self. And so that I think some of you are having low self-esteem issues maybe right now, and I think that by doing this, you can ask through the meditation for Archangel Michael to show you in your dreams how to get rid of that, and show you what steps you need to take to make things better in your life, so that you can find the joy in your life. And as this first card, as our well-being card tells us, whenever we find the joy in our life, that's when we become more in tune with the divine. That's when we become more in tune with our Creator, or when we become more in tune with the universe. Whenever we let go of negative self-esteem and we build our own positive self-esteem up, we can hear our inner self and what it is that is going to bring us the joy. And I'll read this part of the card one more time. Since your feeling of joy is your indication of your connection with your source, once you have achieved joy, you have achieved connection with your source. And under these circumstances, all that is good follows. And that just makes perfect sense to me. I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah. Sometimes I kind of ramble on because I feel like I should be saying something more, or that I should be explaining myself a little bit better. But I think that I just think that we've had the same theme all week. We need to go into ourselves through meditation, ask our spirit guides or our guardian angel what it is that we need to remove from our lives, so that we can be open to what is better for us, like what it is that's going to make us feel better, and what is going to bring more of that divine light and energy into our lives to help us find our true self and set us on our path to what we're meant to do in this life. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, or you can contact me on Facebook. And if you have any questions or any topics that you would like me to do readings for, leave that in the comments below, or let me know on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, and I will leave links in the comments where you can get all of these cards if you're interested, and how to contact me on Facebook. All that will be down below. So thank you for joining me, and have a blessed day, and I will be back tomorrow.